Barakatah Yahweh and Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Mekak. A double honor to our apostles at Great Millstone taught us his truth. Peace, love, salutations, and mercy be unto the hopeful elect. All right, in this lesson, all right, we're going to get into how Jake be willing to sabotage the whole operation, all right, just based off of their feelings, man. All right, you got to get over yourself and get out of your feelings and let go of pride. You know, pride is a motherfucker, man. All right, and that's one thing. You have positive pride, but then you have negative pride too. But anyways, it says within the scriptures, it says, can you grab that scripture? Pride was not made for man.
Not this one. Yep, I got you.
McGraw, right?
Yep. Gotcha.
All right. You can't be coming into this thing with an individualistic mindset state, all right? Yep. Or individual goals, all right? Your goals as an individual should be the goals of the group, all right? So basically, your mindset should be, no matter if I get along with this person or get along with that person, all right, we should work together, all right, to make this operation work, because ultimately we're working for the same goal. We both want the same thing, all right? We all want salvation. We all want Babylon to be destroyed and to go down. All right, we all want the red Hebrew Idumeans to be in slavery. All right, and we want to be on top, you know, ruling over. But ultimately, we want to be in righteousness, man. All right, we want the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts. All right, we want new bodies. All right, which with the new bodies comes all of the blessings. All right, you know how when you're working for a job, and then you're working hard at that job, you're putting in, you know, the greatest labor that you can, just so that you can get a bonus, or just so that you can, you know, eventually retire and get the things that you want. Well, we're laboring to enter into the Lord's rest, all right? So our retirement is the kingdom of heaven, and we can't stop working and going hard until we get there, you know? So as long as we here, we have to do what we have to do to work together. And this isn't for guys that are on the outer. All right, this is for, all right, the brothers that are on the inner circle, man. You know, for the brothers that are in the inner circle. All right, because we already know that there's a bunch of, you know, guys that are on the outer circle with that individualistic mind state, all right? And their goals are personal goals. They're not the goals of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the reason why you're running to individuals that want to build up schools here. They want to build their own grocery stores. All right, they want to make, what do they say, buy black or the black dollar. All right, they want another Black Wall Street. Well, you're going to receive the same judgment as Black Wall Street. All right, because this isn't our rest, man, but we're laboring to enter into that rest. Go ahead,
This is Sirach 10 and verse 18. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman.
Yeah, so you're supposed to let go of that furious anger. All right, and your brother may do something to offend you. All right, and we know that being Jay, we can get on each other's nerves sometimes. But you got to look past that. If that brother, you know, comes to you and he repents and he's sincere, then you forgive him. And how many times do you forgive him? Yahweh Shai said, forgive him 70 times 7, man. All right, don't be sitting there holding grudges, all right, towards each other. All right, don't be sitting there holding, having petty differences. All right, let go of all of that and that thinking. All right.
I got a precept. This is Romans 12 and verse 19.
Oh, that's the spirit.
You want me to start at 19?
God, you could probably start up. Let's see, start at 18.
Start at 18.
Yep.
Romans 12 and verse 8.
Matter of fact, start up 17.
17. Romans 12 and verse 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as it lies in you, live peaceably with all men.
It says, if it be possible, as what lieth are within you, live peaceably with all men. You know? But it also states not recompensing evil for evil, all right? So if a brother does something to you, all right, just because it was something evil, that doesn't mean that you have to do it back to him, all right? And the scripture is going to tell you why, all right, once you read on.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves,
That's right.
but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Keep going.
Therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
That's the mind state that you're supposed to have. All right? Not rendering evil for evil, man. All right? Go ahead.
Be not overcome of evil. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.
There you go. So you have to be the one that breaks, all right, that negativity, all right, by way of overcoming evil with good, all right. So that's the way that you have to be. Not like this, which I'm about to have the brother read something out of a book called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, all right, because this is a mind state that Jake has in the world, all right, and it's a niggerly mind state, all right. We can't be of that mind state, man. All right, we have to be better than that. All right, we have to be better than that. Can you read right here where it says in African American communities?
In African American communities, relationships frequently trump everything.
So in the so-called Israelite, what I'm not even gonna call them Israelites, all right, because they're in the way of the world. They're in the mind state of the Gentiles, man. All right, which we got to come out of that mind frame of the Gentiles, of the heathen. All right, and we've been in Esau's kingdom for so long that we began to think like him, man. All right, the way that we handle our relationships and the way that we deal with each other. All right, that in that beast-like mentality, man. We got to come out of that, and we have to adapt, and we have to grow. And that's what this truth is showing us, man. Go ahead.
Consideration of relationship permeates all of our interactions.
Which that word permeate, it means to spread throughout. So the way that we pretty much read that part again, Salakia.
It says consideration of the relationship permeates of all other interactions.
So the way that you feel about a certain individual or person or people, that spreads throughout everything else that you do, man. All right, that spreads throughout everything else. That spreads throughout how you deal with them. All right, how you function. If you at your job, how you do your job. All right, go ahead.
For example, when black students feel, and this is Israelite students,
Israelite students, go ahead.
Feel they have been disrespected by the teacher. And
we've seen examples of this. Men who felt like they were disrespected by the apostles, all right, because the apostles are checking them and getting on them about something that they've done wrong. Go ahead.
Then often feel completely justified in rebelling.
So they feel justified in rebelling. All right, but where does all of this stem from? It stems from pride.
And shouting out the no, you just keep shouting. And shouting out the offending teacher, shutting out the
shutting out. You know, and we've seen so many people do this just because they were openly rebuked about something that they continuously did. Go ahead.
If they often feel, even if it means failing the class and sabotaging.
Sabotaging. It's like academic aspirations.
Academic aspirations. Some students may go to so far as to act out and wind up facing disciplinary actions of some kind. Similar in the workplace where there is tension between African Americans workers and their co-workers or boss, the rift will often be apparent to any observer and may even impact productivity.
That's right. So you can't allow your feelings, all right, to determine, all right, how you are within this brotherhood, man. All right, you got to get over your feelings. All right, you got to get over your pride. You can't allow the way that you feel, all right, to sabotage the whole operation, man. You got to get over your feelings. All right, get out of your feelings, like that song, so deep in my feelings. You gotta get out of your feelings, Jake. All right, and I'm not saying that this is something that's particularly, going on at the moment within, any of the camps. But pretty much, if it ever happens, just how to deal with it as an individual, man. All right. At first, you have to get out of the mind state of individualism. Can you look up that word individualism when you get a chance? Go ahead with your precept.
This is just real quick. Ephesians 4:26. Be angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Because at the end of the day, it says neither give place to the devil, because ultimately that's what's going to be. A demon's going to come out of it. An evil spirit is going to develop, and shit is going to basically go bad for everybody.
That's right.
It's going to fuck everything up, and eventually it's just going to be all. At the end of the day, it's going to be all bad, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to have to correct it. That's why right now, while we're down here upon the earth, correct this shit, man. Let the pride go. Let the
learn how to forgive.
Yeah, because in the world you're not taught how to forgive. So learn how to forgive. Let shit go. Let it roll off your back.
Learn how to be merciful.
Yeah. Hey, the scriptures say if you want to receive mercy, and you're not merciful, roughly paraphrasing, how will the Lord have mercy on you?
That's right. That's right.
And the Lord's not. If you're not merciful to a brother, the Lord's not going to forgive you. And each brother is an individual piece of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, part of the body.
And the scriptures say, if you hate a brother that is on earth, how can you love Yahweh Shem Yahushai, who you have not seen? We haven't seen the Lord in the flesh. The Lord may have characteristics of that brother, and you don't like that. You don't like the Lord.
144. God.
So you have to forgive, man. You have to have mercy. You have to have patience, as the Lord has done with us. Having patience, forgiving us, giving us chance after chance to do what's right. Of course, if somebody just continually going off, of course you brothers know what to do. But if it's sincere that they're, in other words, trying, putting their best foot forward, just has faults, forgive the brother. Because we all have faults, man. We're not perfect. We ain't a sinful body. We have a body that's naturally going to go off. So of course things are going to bother brothers and fuck with brothers' head. But you got to let the shit go. You just got to let it go.
God. And a good scriptures to read is Romans 12. All right, 1 Corinthians 12. All right, to get you in that mind state of being, all right, a member that's a part of the body, and being in the mind state of, and knowing that it's just not you, it's just not all about you, because sometimes guys get caught up in that vainglory spirit, and they feel like it's all about them. All right, you can't be in that mind state. All right, so you can't be into individualism, which the word individualism in the Google dictionary, it says the habit or principle of being independent and self-reliance. All right, we need the body. We need the brotherhood, man. And you can't have a building, all right, without the other bricks or without the without the chief cornerstone. You know, so therefore, how do you have shelter? You know?
Hey, the nation of Israel is a pack. It's not a lone wolf.
Exactly.
The Lord, lions don't roam around by themselves. And then when they do, they're either looking for a pack to join because they're in fear that they gonna die. Because the majority of the time when a lion is by himself, he's gonna die. He's by himself. He's vulnerable. He ain't got no one to protect him. So more than likely, that lion is gonna die.
Kind of a social theory favoring freedom of action for individuals over collective state control. And we're under a collective state control. Collective state control of Yahawashi, man. All right, this is Yahawashi's body. This is his church. So you can't treat it the way that you want to treat it. All right? You got to treat it the way that Yahawashi would treat it. Another word to get is egoism, which there's a such thing as a positive ego and there's a such thing as a negative ego. All right, you have to have a positive ego, not a negative one. All right, in the word egoism, it says the ethical theory that threats self-interest, or I'm sorry, that treats self-interest as the foundation of morality. So basically, you can't be one that pretty much focus on your own interests. You know, fuck everybody else, especially if somebody else makes you mad. All right, I'm just gonna do my own thing, man. That's not how the spirit operates, man. That's not how this thing operates. All right, if you want to do your own thing, you will find yourself on your own. And trust me, you do not want to be there, man. All right, it's highly different.
The Heavenly Father can do everything on his own shit. For the hell of it, he counsels with the angels.
God, that's right.
he does things as a whole and moves as a body in the spiritual realm. Because when you look at how the temple is set up, the temple was based off of what Moses seen in the spiritual realm.
That's right.
And it was based off of a body. It just wasn't one man doing everything. The Lord set up captains, rulers, governors, and sergeants, brothers, no ranks and different things. The Lord set that up. Why? Because the Heavenly Father he has an army, man, and an army can be another term for a body. This is the body of Yahweh Shemel. This is his camp. And his camp isn't a one-man camp. It's a collective camp. And if one thing is shifted incorrectly, everyone catches hell. Just like when the Lord told them not to take the Babylonian garments, and one nigga did, and what happened? The whole body started fucking up.
That's right.
The whole nation was getting fucked up. And Joshua was praying to the Lord like, what the hell is going on? What happened? We done made it out. We fighting these heathens. We was winning this shit. Now we losing. All right, who the fuck going off? What's happening? Why is this happening?
Yep, and that's another reason why you shouldn't, you know, because the things that you do affects everybody, man. It affects the body. So that's the reason why you have to be focused on doing your job and doing your part, all right? Because what you do doesn't just affect you, man.
Yeah.
And then also, indirectly, it can also affect people in the way of or brothers in the way of teaching them a negative way of handling situations, man. All right, to teach them a negative behavior trait. All right, so you want to be one of the ones that follow order. All right, there's a blessing to those that follow order. There's a blessing to those that stay the course. All right, operate the way that they're supposed to. All right, not following the individualistic desires. Yeah, that lone wolf spirit.
The lone wolf shit. Wolves running packs, man. And what happened to a lone wolf? He died alone. You don't want to die alone, man. You don't want to die out there by yourself. And what scriptures plainly say, two is better than one, because they have a better
a reward for their labor.
Exactly.
And that's one of the scriptures that I was meditating on earlier. If you want to grab that.
Yep. Even Caesar shows that in that Planet of the Apes movie. He's showing the apes. He's like, one, it broke. Took two, it was a little stronger, but it broke. He grabbed a whole bunch of it, he grabbed like 3 or 4 sticks, and he tried to break it, and they didn't break. Why? Because
they're strong together.
Exactly.
And that's how we are. You know, it mentions something similar along the lines of that in Zechariah. You know, well, actually, Ezekiel the 37th chapter, and the Lord has taken the stick of Judah. All right, or the southern kingdom, and the stick of Ephraim, which represents the northern kingdom, and he's putting them back together. And guess what? Those two sticks together are stronger than they are separated. You know, just think about how we will be strong together.
It's Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. And
that's the reason why Yahushua, when he sent the disciples out, he didn't send them out one by one. He didn't send them out individually. He sent them out 2 by 2. Why? Because two have a better reward for their labor. You know, they can watch each other's backs. All right, they can read. One's reading, and the other one can bring out precepts. They back each other up. You know, flowing through the spirit. Go ahead, Art.
Verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him.
That's right. So you don't have a one that's going to encourage you to keep going on, keep fighting. Because that's another thing that we do for each other, man. We encourage one another, man. And you might be down and depressed, and the brother, you know, sends you something that's that uplift you. All right, give you some comforting words. All right, you might be low on shekels, and a brother comes through for you. All right, or maybe not even that. You know, open up his home to you. You know, feed you.
That's things people with pride forget about.
Yeah, you don't have that if you're alone, man. Yeah. You don't have that.
You forget the blessings of Yahweh Shai, because pride has
blinded you.
Pride is a demon. That's his name. His name is pride, and he sit on people, man. He blinds you.
He Rakishi you.
Yeah, he Rakishi. Yeah, man. You get.
You don't want to be Rakishi by
out
pride.
Cold, man. By pride. Even pride. Rakishi motherfuckers. You seen the old video. But hey, those things without the Lord, the scripture says, if it was supposed to be everybody, all man by himself, even though we fight out our own individual battles. But even y'all,
we're working out our salvation with fear, our own salvation with fear and trembling.
But at the same time, even Yahushua said, "You shall know whom I chosen on how they treat each other."
That's right.
So if it's treating each other, that means somebody else is with you, somebody else is building with you, someone else is growing with you. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. You're gonna make a whatever that is.
Left.
A left. I ain't being snappy though.
No, that's all good. You was doing that to remind yourself.
Yeah.
Can you grab Philippians 2?
Yeah, this is Philippians 2.
And 2. Start at 1.
All right, Philippians 2 and verse 1. If there be therefore any consolation in Yahushua,
any fellowship, man, any participation in Yahushua, go ahead.
And any comfort of love, and any fellowship of the Spirit.
That's right.
Any vows, is that vows?
Yeah, vows.
And remembrance, mercies, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded.
So that's it. Be like-minded, man. All right, don't be no individual, you know, trying to do your own thing, man. All right, be like-minded. All right, to the brethren. All right, because those that are trying to do their own thing, all right, they're doing it because of pride. You You know, those that are Salaki, let me gather my thought real fast. Those that become upset and angry, you know, and are willing to sabotage the whole operation. All right, they do it out of what? They do that out of pride, man. All right, go ahead.
Having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Not let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
Yeah, you're seeking the preeminence. You know, you want to be the one on top. You want to be the one that's shining, man. All right, you're hating on your brother. No, that's not the mind state that you're supposed to be supposed to have. Really, you're supposed to be esteeming your brother better than yourself, as the scripture says.
Yahushua is the greatest king of them all. He's the one who created the galaxies the galaxies, us people, everything. He washed his disciples' feet.
Hey, he said that the Son of Man came not to be served or to be ministered to, but to minister. So Yahushua came to be a servant. Shall we not have that same mind state?
That's the King of Kings.
God.
These people have a wrong mindset of a king, man. Certain people just think of a king as a tyrant or just someone that gives order. A king is a servant more than a ruler, damn near, because he has to serve the people.
That's right.
The king has to be humble, man. That's why we going through this situation we're going through now, to learn that, to learn humility, to learn how to be humble, to know how to deal correctly as a ruler. Because in the ancient world, Jake wasn't ruling correctly as a ruler. Jake was just being tyrants over their own people. And that's not how a ruler's supposed to be, man. Yeah, brothers, we say we're a king mindset and kingly like mindset. The greatest thing of a king mindset is being humble.
That's right.
The greatest view shall be
the chiefest among you shall be their servant.
And then it also says the greater thou art, the more humble thou shalt be. That's a great aspect of a king. People forget about that. People have a wrong mentality of being a king, man.
That's right.
A king is a very humble, man. Especially a righteous king who calls upon the name of Yahweh Shai. It ain't all just about it's not about being puffed up, man. It's not about being prideful just because you have some power. The Lord Yahweh Shai is in control of this.
That's
and if
right.
the Lord, the one who's coming to save us, Yahweh Shai, clean his disciples' feet, even the wicked niggas' feet. Speaking about Judas Iscariot, how great humility should we have amongst the brotherhood, knowing that the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, someone that's perfect, cleaned his disciples' feet, man. And we, being these wicked, vile creatures, have the nerve to be prideful. That's madness. That's complete madness.
Go ahead and finish that one out, then we close up.
But in lowliness of mind, let each esteem one another better than himself.
That's right. So where's pride in that action? You know, if you're esteeming somebody else better than yourself, you know, where's pride or where's vainglory in that? You know, this thing ain't about you. You know, it's about we.
At the light.
It's about we. And we all have to work together, all right, as out of one desire, as the tabernacle of David. You know, which the tabernacle of David, it ain't just one individual.
Keep going.
That's I think there's one more verse.
Look not every man on his own thing, but every man also on the thing of another.
Well, that's it, you know. And we hope that this lesson has been edifying, you know, and of course, hey, we preach to ourselves first, you know. So this message was for us, and it's for, you know, everyone else, you know, that hears it, you know, that's a part of the nation of Israel, you know, especially for the ones that have that kind of mentality where they feel as if this thing is all about them. All right, it's not all about you, you know. It's not all about you. So, hey, with that, hey, we hope that this lesson was edifying. And we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. A double honor to our apostles and elders that rule well. Peace, love, salutation, and mercy be unto the hopeful elect. Shalom.